Hey, do you guys remember Gamescom? Let's see if I have the other. Yeah, there we go. You remember the GDC? Remember this? This is the game developer conference, and I think it's in San Francisco. And a bunch of developers last year were screaming. This year they were screaming, but for other reasons. They were screaming because if you went to their conference, they were afraid Trump was going to personally keep you there. And now apparently they're rebranding because things aren't going so well for them. So I saw this, pull this up. Game Developer Conference rebrands as GDC Festival of Gaming. The industry is changing and so are we. So basically, things aren't good in gaming right now. A lot of layoffs, right? And that's why they were screaming before. But they're also like, we need to cast a wider net. This is kind of like the Hollywood unions trying to come after YouTube. They said the Game Developer Conference is rebranding as GDC Festival of Gaming. This is coming from gamesindustry.biz, with the next event taking place March 9th through the 13th in 2026 in San Francisco. Announcing the change on social media, the organization, where is it? It's on BlueSky. Of course it's on BlueSky. It's not on Twitter. I gotta go see this. It's not, of course it's not on Twitter. We're changing the game. Okay, we'll go back out to, we'll see the response. They're changing the game. The industry is changing and so are we. All right, the landscape is transformed. Budgets are tighter. Translation, we're all getting laid off. Plus, most of our friends are getting fired for shooting their mouths off about Charlie Kirk. Attention is fractured. Discovery is harder than ever. New tech and tools have redefined who can create. So basically anybody can make a game and make a lot of money. And yeah, our community needs more connection, visibility, and support. Well, screaming into the sky is probably not the visibility you guys wanted. The Festival of Gaming exists to meet your needs, bringing the entire industry together at a moment that matters. More connection, more opportunity, more relevance. From conference to industry game changer, GDC, the full game making journey, all in one place. There will be a new pass structure for March 2026 with more access and no more trade-offs. So full access is the baseline, not the exception. The next conference is scheduled to take place from March 9th, in San Francisco. The organizers of this year's Game Developers Conference revealed almost 30,000 people were in attendance. This matches 2024's figure, but there was an increase in exhibitors from 325 to 400. Now, this is curious because they told people do not come. Do not come to San Francisco. Trump will not let you leave. And there were several developers out there saying, I'm afraid to go. I'm not going. And actually more people went. So, I don't know. Tabling at these shows is like really expensive, man. It really is. I used to handle trade shows for the one company I worked for. And we've done, comic conventions, stuff like that. And the reason we don't do more conventions now, people are like, why don't you do conventions? I'm like, because it's expensive and there's no return on investment. I mean, it's not worth it for us, for the most part, to just go to try to sell enough stuff just to cover the cost of travel and tabling. And I'm like, we could literally just, sell stuff at home or through our store, or literally do just about anything else. You're lucky if you break even. Very few companies, and I include, big publishers, and come out of these shows making money. I mean, they don't. Over 1,000 speakers took part in the event, which hosted 750 sessions. Let's see, the after hours event, 6,000 people. Okay, Sarah Brewster, founder of People and Culture. Okay, let me. Sarah Brewster, founder of People and Culture consultancy Fresh Seed, is the latest speaker confirmed for this is games industry. Okay, this is games industry. This is a different thing. Oh, they're doing this thing. Okay, never mind. This is okay. So gamesindustry.biz must need some traffic, because what these sites do is they basically make it an infinite scroll so they get extra page views. So I'm going to talk about this because this is weird. We have a people and culture consultancy firm called Fresh Seed, and it's the Games Industry HR Summit on October 2nd. We're talking about the game industry, right? So I hope it's not like a DEI thing. I don't know, but it's like they're still hiring these kinds of people. I swear to God. Let's go out to the post here. All right, so this is coming from the GDC on BlueSky. And anytime I see BlueSky as being their primary social media, it tells me pretty much everything I need to know about the company. I'm just like, yeah, you guys are going to be definitely quote unquote woke, looking for a certain audience. So let's see what people say. So bring it to Europe. Nobody is traveling to the US anymore. I think you should move to Canada. As an American, I need to stress it's not safe here for anyone to travel to. You need to take GDC out of the US. They need to move it to Vancouver. You need to move. Like, look, by the time the way things are going, by the time this thing rolls around in March, I think a lot more of these people will be losing their jobs. Still in the USA, pass. Are you going to stop letting women get roofied? What? Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is funny. Xavier, glad to know you're committed to the exact same energy as all previous years. To reflect that, I recommend updating your copy. We're ensuring that the game remains unchanged, especially in the face of a growing fascist movement in the US that is actively disappearing people who would come to this event from foreign countries. Not unless you're a Pokemon, an unregistered Pokemon. Then they might catch you. Hard pass on USA, but good luck. Oh, this is a guy, I think one of these guys was the guy who did the whole rant on LinkedIn about how it wasn't safe to go to the USA. Are you going to make it affordable to attend and allow people to stream online for free? Nope. Okay, why? Yeah, so this is BlueSky. This is the audience you've cultivated. They're very, very anti-fash, and they're very, very broke, right? A lot of them. So they're going to be like, give it to us for free and move it to Canada because we don't like who the president is now. Oh my God, they're all going on about that. Lady Celestina, Lady Acetaminophen. As an American, I need to reinforce that traveling to this conference is completely unsafe for anyone who is not white or male. GDC would serve the community better if held outside of the USA. It's not worth risking a life or a livelihood. These people are serious. I mean, this is what's so wild about this is like these people are beyond parody, but they're also very, very serious and they're very, very online. And they really do think if you go to San Francisco of all places in the country, if you go to San Francisco, that Trump is going to personally stuff you into a Pokeball. Here's the other, this is like a parody. Were any generative AI tools used in the process of making this video? I don't think they were. I've watched it a few times now. So this is one guy's big concern is in our disposable, let me wrap my head around this, in our disposable throwaway social media post for a tech conference, he's concerned they're using AI. The other guy is watching it repeatedly, probably on loop, to look for any tells to see if they used AI. And then everybody else is complaining about how it needs to be moved to Canada because Trump. How do these people function in the real world? I mean, seriously, I don't understand. And I'm not saying you have to like Trump at all. I'm not saying you have to agree with Trump or what's going on in the government at all. But my God, these people are not even living in reality. Yeah, it's like, I don't understand. How do you get out of bed in the morning? Some of them get out of bed in the morning and then they immediately take the BlueSky and start complaining about the fash. It's so weird. Make it Brazil. It's much cheaper than traveling to the US. Is it? Brazil's expensive. I know that D&D, Hasbro stopped publishing D&D themselves in Brazil. They had to get another partner because the import fees were too high. Adam, Pottery Beer, this guy's in no danger, right? You still want to do this in the USA, a place overrun by ICE targeting anyone from outside of the country